have time for all of that today.
Right?
Because I'm in almost all the stories. Just saying. But nobody has written it down. Why? Who am I? My name is Tanakne.
Oh.
Tanakne. I'm also known as De Tanakne Ace and Ment Tanakne.
That was a haunted toy today.
Well, good thing, because I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, so, woman of the sea, of course, goddess of the sea. Although my wings are there, we'll get to those soon. I am one of our merfolk. Tanakne, the mermaid, goddess mermaid. Also known as sister goddess, which means I am sister to all gods and goddesses, even though it gets a little incestuous sometimes. But you know, us gods and goddesses don't have the same rules that you people do. So, other names that I'm known for are sister goddess, forgotten sister, goddess of transformation, and winged fish. Because I'm way older. I've been around forever, and nobody has bothered to write anything down. So, we're gonna have a little history lesson here. Okay. So, reasons you would call on me. You're seeking change. Desire to be seen. Feelings, feeling stuck feelings. You're trapped, you're stuck. We'll get to all this. Don't worry, it'll all make sense at the end. Feeling helpless and weak. Feeling overly emotional. I'm water, baby. Full moon over here. Okay? My characteristics are I'm clever, I'm methodical, I'm diligent, I'm strong-willed. I am emotional. Did I say that? I know all the emotions very well. We could talk about it. I'm very powerful. When things are not going my way, I let everybody know. Like I said, I've been around for a really long time. So let's start at maybe one of my main stories, although I am woven into all the stories you have already heard before. You'll see. You'll see. Everybody calm down. Anyone know what Pangea is or was? Pangea.
The original continent.
It was very good. Right, sister? It was when all the continents were one continent. It was dry. It was gnarly. There were reptiles all over the place, and like the plants were this big because nobody was getting any water, and it was all one continent. Okay, so that's where your mind is, right? Okay, back to me. So, like I said, I am the winged fish. I am a mermaid, and I have huge, or used to have, or sometimes have, we'll get there, huge wings. And I didn't wear them today because, you know, this room is quite small. I did my best for the get-up. Fit in here. But I am gigantic. I'm just saying. So one day, long time ago, during Pangea times, I'm in the water, you know, doing my mermaid fishy thing. All in the water, and it's sparkly, and it's beautiful, and it's nice, and it's cold, but the land is all hot and dry. And my wings, I come up from the water, and my wings just take me up, 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 into the sky. and the moon, it's like I'm a moth to a flame. The moon is like, come to me, and I'm going, and I'm going, and I'm going, and I go around and around the moon, and I'm like flicking water everywhere, and it's good. It's like a freaking celebration. And I'm whizzing around the moon, and I dive back into the water, and I'm just like, oh, feeling life, right? And my sisters all swim up to me, and they're like, Tanakne, you're sparkly. What is that? What is on you? What is it? And they start wiping it off of me, and putting it on them. It's stardust. The dust from the stars collected all over my body, and I'm making the water sparkle like it's never sparkled before.
Wow.
Woo! 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 And they're like, we got it. Where'd you get it? Come on. You know, mermaids, we like stuff. We like things that are sparkly, so all my sisters are like, gimme. Come on. Mind you, they don't have wings, so they're like, hello, what did you do? So, I get back up there, go back to the moon, and I find a star. And I take some of the water off of my fin, and I take the star and put the water in its place. No one will notice. No one will notice. So here I go up and down, collecting stars and bringing them back to the mermaids, and going back up and putting water in the sky and bringing the stars back to the mermaids. And they're loving it, and we all look fabulous, right? So then, of course, what happens? The winds start changing. My wings are moving the clouds around. It's changing the atmosphere. It's bringing the water up. For some reason, it keeps going up, and now it's going onto the land and crashing back, and I'm going up, and it's coming down, and it's crashing down, and I'm creating this environmental sort of chaos in a way.
Wow.
But everyone's liking it, except my favorite sister, Demeter, the other moon goddess, or one of the many moon goddesses. But, you know, she's like, you know, you're kind of causing some, like, havoc with, like, the planet and everything that's going on. And I'm like, it's gonna be good. Trust me. I got this. I have no idea what's going on. But it's gonna be good. Stars involved. We're sparkling. Like, we're gods and goddesses. She's like, no. I'm gonna tell on you. And she walks her little cute butt right over to Apollo and is like, hey, guess what Tanakne's doing? And he's like, I thought I saw something on the horizon. And he's like, okay. And then everybody starts getting more and more upset with me. And more angry. And I'm like, no, this can't be a bad thing that I'm doing, but I'm going to keep doing it no matter what. I don't care if it pisses you off. So, long story short, I got in big, deep trouble. And so I'm summoned to, you know, the god and goddess court, ready for judgment. So they decide, well, let's just rip her wings off. And there they go. It was brutal. Have to say, it kind of hurt. You know that feeling when you like get your hair stuck in your necklace and it's like, it was like 30 million times worse. Yeah. So, no more. Get sent down to Hades. Get out of the water, get out of the sky. Go into the underworld.
Wow.
Have a nice trip. Say la vie, sayonara. We don't care about you anymore, Tanakne. You're gone. You disappear down there. So I go down there, and Hades is like, hey. Hot. I'm like, I know, I'm a mermaid. That's kind of what Dude. He's like, I really like you. And I'm like, I'm sure you do. And he's like, I want you to stay down here. And I'm like, I wasn't really planning on that. I was kind of planning on getting my wings back and going back to doing what I was doing before. Not really staying here. 100 years go by and I'm chain smoking and playing poker in the underworld and turning darker and don't have any wings and no sparkle and wheeling and dealing and try to win any bet at all. It's not really working. And I was like, okay, look, I gotta get out of here. And he's like, no, you're gonna stay. And I was like, I gotta get out! And I cried for 2 million years.
Wow.
And the continent starts splitting apart.
Wow.
And it starts separating. And so even though I'm down there, I'm still making an effort to change things on the planet. Things for me. And I'm stuck down there. I'm crying. It's a whole sobby mess. There's like water all in the underworld. And it's just raining. It's raining everywhere. It's raining in the sky. It's raining in the earth. It's raining everywhere for years. 2 million, did I mention? And so then Hades is like, are you done yet? And I call upon Oceano. And I'm like, hey, brother, why don't you open up the underworld so I can go back into the sea? Because that would really be helping me out, And he's like, only if I have a deal to do that. And because I need the water to be going through and coming back. And I have all these agendas. And I'm like, okay, I think I can figure that one out. So I go to Hades and I'm like, hey, babe. So I have this idea that you don't want me down here anymore. And he's like, oh, yes, I do. And I'm like, look. Just listen to me 1 second. My girl, Demeter? And he's all like, yeah. I'm like, well, she's going to have a kid soon. And she's going to be awful pretty. So what do you think about, maybe working that out? And also, let Oceano have a river in here. Would that be cool? And he's like, well, if she's not as big of a pain in the ass as you are, maybe that's a good idea. And I'm like, great, see ya, babe, bye! And Oceano brings his river, I float on down, and right back into the ocean I go.
Yeah.
Happy endings. It gets better. So I'm like, Demeter. And she's like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you. And I'm like, you can't kill me. I'm a goddess. But, you've made my life pretty miserable. So, whatever. Right? She's like, you basically sold my daughter to Hades. I'm like, yeah. I remember that, but yeah, I did. But hey, you think you could help me get my wings back? And she's like, why would I do anything for you? And I'm like, honey, you're the earth. Look, we're all split up now. You're all split up now. You need me. You need me. The water. You need the water. Hello, you are the woman of the grain. You need rain. Guess who made rain? That would be me. But I need my wings to do the rain. She's like, all right, fine. So happy endings again. I get my wings back, but only at certain times of the year, not all the time. So it doesn't rain all the time, as you've noticed. You don't see the bioluminescence in there. By the way, that's stardust that I just left there for you to enjoy. Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah. So I get my wings back. Poor little Demeter doesn't get her daughter all the time, but I don't get my wings all the time. And we can't, the moral of the story is we don't always get what we want. And that's okay. But we are all moving in motion now. Now there is grain, now there is winter, now there are seasons, and we're all working together. There's a lot more stories that I'm involved in, but we don't have time for that right now. So, some things that you will see that represent me is feathers. Every time a feather falls to the ground, that is a reminder. Every time you see a feather on the ground, pick it up. It's a present. You're welcome. It's like to remind you that whatever troubled time you're going through, if you have one, can be conquered. Absolutely. Every time you see the bioluminescence in the water, you're welcome. Left you a little sparkle there. And, speaking of sparkle, I brought you all gifts. Where did I put them? Oh, yes, in my trusty candle here. So, one thing, here we go. I made these and I sealed them with wax because the tops kept popping off. So here, the contents of these bottles are 100% biodegradable.
Oh, thank you.
And you can put them on your skin, enhance a spell with them, put them on your altar. My favorite is if you're writing in your journal, you can just put a little shimmer right on it after you're done.
Oh, that's cool.
Make the page glow.
Oh, thank you.
And I wouldn't recommend opening them because the tops probably won't stay on, but I will open one now so that you can all get an anointment.
Yay.
Stardust.
Thank you, Tanaka.
Tanakne.
Tanakne.
Cute. Goes good with your little moon. Oh, you have a moon too. Oh, cute.
Tanakne.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
And often, my animal is the snake. You will often see me with a snake because snakes represent transformation, which is something that I'm very good at. And what else? And when you see them slithering by, it's just a little land friend telling you hello. That's from me. Snakes also represent change, shedding of the skin, rebirth, transformation, immortality, healing, and continual renewal of life. Snakes are basically just my land mermaid. They're land mermaids. So there you go. Enjoy. What else? I think that's about it. Oh, goddess of transformation, untold stories, light and dark, because I have, if you're an emotional human being, there are some dark days and there are some light days. I have all of the darkness and the lightness. So sometimes I'm light and sometimes I'm dark. Plus I went through all that shit in the underworld, so sometimes I'm dark. Goddess of the waves, starlight, stardust, sparkle, glitter, glamour, all of it. And I also create, even though I am a water goddess, because I have the wings, I created the relationship between the water and the cosmos. So they work together now.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
My gosh.
Oh.
Yay!
So good.